Forrest Gump was wrong. Life is not like a box of chocolates. Riding motorcycles is like a box of chocolates because when you pull off that helmet, at least for me, you never know what you're gonna get. All right, I want to talk about Buddhist psychology, the three temperaments, and I'm gonna kind of John Kim it. I'll try to bring it to street level. Now I'm all insecure about my hair. Just took my helmet off, and it's interesting. Okay, so in Buddhist psychology, three temperaments, and this leads to what I believe is suffering, and they are grasping, adversive, and delusional / confusion. Now, I want to simplify this. I want to kind of filter it in my own words, and maybe it'll help you. So the first one, grasping, is what I call that whole chasing state. Grasping is about desire, but it's not healthy desire. It's desire where you lose a sense of self, right? It's wanting something so bad, whether it is, whatever, a person, a thing, promotion, the dream, whatever it is, wanting that so bad that desire takes over your sense of self, right? It could also be, addiction, drugs, I don't know. So that is grasping. It's when you lose your sense of self because what you want is so bad that you are willing to sacrifice anything to get that, including your happiness. So a lot of my 20s and 30s, I was in a very chasing state, and that is a grasping temperament, which I believe creates suffering, makes you powerless. The second one is aversion, and the word that comes to my mind is judgment. So when you are judging, judgment is lined with blueprints, judgment is lined with a lot of shoulds, judgment makes you very narrow, curiosity makes you wide, right? So when you are living with an aversion temperament, you are judgmental, you are putting things in a box, you are controlling, you are trying to trace something that is in your head, and by doing so, you're not allowing life or the magic to enter. You're just trying to live by an outline, And so that, I think, stunts your growth, and I think that can create suffering. And the third one is, confusion. It's delusion / confusion. And this is partly, I think it's, everything in between our ears. It's our cognitive distortions, right? It's when we don't live in the here and now, but we live in the past and the future. But it's also when you are ambivalent, when you don't have a strong sense of self, when you, and I say this all the time, when you exchange your truth for membership. So this is the lukewarm handshake, right? The dead fish when you shake someone's hand. This is someone who puts who he or she wants to be with before where he or she wants to go. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was me. So this is lacking a sense of purpose, lacking a sense of self, having uncertainty, having ambivalence, not knowing who you are, not giving yourself what you need, right? Not drawing boundaries, not practicing self-compassion, self-love, all of that. So that, and this is just my definition, right? This is how I interpret these three. That is delusion and confusion. Add to that your cognitive distortions, and I think then you create a space for suffering. So, three things. Ask yourself if these temperaments are something that you are adapting into your life, and if so, they could be creating your suffering. So, grasping, and in John Kim's language, that chasing state, right? Adversive, and that is judgment. That is tracing blueprints that may not be honest to you, or that belong to someone else, or maybe they belong to an old version of you, most likely parents, society, friends, advertising, all that. And then the third one is what is it? I totally forgot. I was playing around with these filters that people are the whole everyone trying to look like they're 102. I don't understand what the hype is. I did it like 20 times, and every filtered photo looks worse and worse until I basically look like Yoda, and it made me feel really bad about myself. So I just deleted all that shit. I don't know why I just said that. I don't know where my mind went with the old filters, but anyway. Oh, because I couldn't remember what the third one is. But I'm going to remember right now. I'm scrambling to think what it was. The third one, the third temperament is, I have to remember so I don't feel old, is delusion/confusion. And that is not only living in your head and in your cognitive distortions, not living in the here and now, but also it's ambivalence. It's not having a sense of self, not having direction, right? And all of that, I think, being a leaf in this world, feeling invisible, not giving yourself what you need, disconnecting from yourself, and all of that, I believe, also leads to suffering. So those three things, those three temperaments, are you adapting them? Are you have you internalized those? Are you living those? And if so, what would it look like to start changing those three? Because I guarantee you, if you do, your life will change. Be well.